ridden in a while. I'm sure you're gonna make me look bad. Thank you. Good morning. Thanks, Brian. Waking up with an old video. This is all shot with a GoPro Hero 7. The whole thing. Staten Island right here. Beautiful leaf colors. Woo! Graham Hills. This is upstate New York. I miss this place. Come on, how does this not look like fun? Up in the trees. All these leaves. Oh, it's a beautiful thing. See what it looks like. Good morning, Dan. Thank you. Lee McDaniel, Ramen Riders, Drift King, Dan Milberg. We got Kang Lin Lau, El Sam, Jack, Bike Friends, Dimitri, Man-Made Films. Good morning. Josh 50. right when I got the Hero 7, and I just wanted to kind of show people what was
Bring me home, Brian, bring me home!
possible with the camera. I was really impressed with it when it first came out. Just a nice little montage of GoPro Hero 7 clips, mountain biking, track bikes, road, urban, country. Gimbal, no gimbal. This is obviously gimbal footage here. On the helmet, that's a young Cooper Ray. Yo, the smoker's tent. Back when we used to be able to share joints with each other. Valhalla is beautiful. Whoa, whoa, I don't miss that at all. Valhalla is just south of Graham Hills, where I like to go mountain biking. Practicing some hyperlapses. Huh? You gotta check out all the camera's features, you know? I'm hoping one day the GoPro will figure out how to do like a 1-inch sensor. It would be amazing. There's issues with it. There's cooling issues with it. The Insta360 has that 1-inch sensor. I really wanted to try it, but it had way too many issues.
Staten Island mountain biking.
That was our first time to Staten Island.
So we bring to a close.
Damn it, I can
the story
hear this
of British
mic. It
control
sounds-
through the unceasing
it sounds
research
not good.
to the highest quality.
All right, good morning, good morning. I'm in my studio again, doing a couple things to say before we start. Let me turn this off. No, get out of here. We got we got some issues here. There we go. We got some coffee, another cold brew. I'm amped. I just rode here in the rain. Hadn't done that in a while. That wasn't very fun. I forgot to bring another change of pants, but luckily these things are drying really quickly, so that's cool. Good morning, everybody who's joining us for the morning routine. Everyone who's new here, what's up? I'm Terry Berenson, and I normally make cycling videos, and I don't show a lot on my face, but since this thing that's going on in the world, I've been doing these live streams every morning. So if you're new around here, there's no rhyme or reason. We just kind of hang out. We watch a few videos. I talk about what's going on around here, and then I say goodbye. Sometimes we have guests on the show, and sometimes it's just me. So today, I just have a couple of things to say about my schedule for today, and what will be coming out on YouTube today. There is a video similar to the Bed-Stuy video that I put out last week. It's basically just me with the RX-02 with the anamorphic Moondog Labs lens, and I'm riding from Bed-Stuy to Williamsburg, and it's kind of just to document what parts of New York look like right now. And I'm not going out of my way pretty like far to do this. I'm kind of doing it when I need to run errands in between things. Trying not to go out too far, but I might venture out to into maybe Harlem or the Bronx up there in Queens as well soon, once the weather starts to change, to document some areas up there. But all that is a quiet, non-talking observation. So we have one of those coming out today. It should be out at 11:45, so that's in an hour and 30 minutes, right after the stream's over. And then today I'm here working. The reason why I brought all of my streaming stuff here, this used to be at my house when this all started and I wasn't coming to the studio. I have kind of a job today and I'm helping Affinity Cycles. I share this place with Affinity Cycles. And because of everything that's going on, normally there's trade shows for bikes. He's a bike manufacturer, he owns a bike company. And normally you go to these like shows and you show off your new product every year so everyone gets to see your stuff and get hyped on the new stuff and whatever's new and neat and whatever. Well, they're not doing any of them this year. So many people have come together to do these virtual trade shows, so he's in one of these trade shows, and he has a time slot later today. It's at, let me make sure I know the exact time for you guys, because I will be streaming it on the channel in a little bit if you guys want to join. It'll only be available during the stream, and then once it's done, I'm going to make the video unlisted, so you're not going to be able to see it. So if you want to join, you can join. If not, it's all good. And that is at 1:15 to 1:30 today. So that is, yeah, that's 4 hours from now. So if you want to check back, that's cool. If not, no big deal. And then tomorrow, we have the morning routine with Eric Otto, and Eric's going to be at his studio. I'm going to do a Zoom meeting or a Google Chat hangout or something, and we're going to do a little virtual kind of chat with everyone here on the morning routine, and then he's going to be at his studio, and he's going to take us on a little bit of a tour. He's getting ready for an art show that may happen in person. That one might be virtual too because of everything that's going on. So he's at the studio making his work, and he's an artist. He does a lot of canvas painting and stuff. So we'll get to see where he's at in that process. Maybe he'll show us his bike, and maybe he'll do a little drum session. But yeah, we'll talk to Eric tomorrow. He's been on the TV show before, back when we used to be able to meet in person, and we used to do them here in the studio. So kind of going off those vibes. And then special announcement. You guys asked for it, and we got it. We got Safa coming in on the morning routine on Monday. Safa on the morning routine on Monday. So let me get let me get some emojis for Safa if you guys are into that. Throw those in the chat. That's for Monday, and it's most likely going to be a later thing because he's on the West Coast, so I think that's going to be 12 in the afternoon. I will put the schedule out and make a post on the community tab so you guys will see it. And that's all the announcements and everything that I got going on right now for everything that's going on today and into Monday. This is crack. But I was on YouTube last night, and I thought I would, share I don't know if any of you follow all other cycling channels, but there were some live streams happening yesterday, and I entered one of the streams, and I was talking a little bit, and they were curious how I was doing these streams here. So I thought I would share what my setup looks like, how I'm doing this right now. So I have a camera set up. into this thing and I can show you. I'll go handheld and I'll show you what everything looks like right now. But are any of you guys interested in streaming yourself? Because I have some stuff here. It's another raffle. I have these Elgato things, and I'm not using them, and I'm not gonna sell them. I would rather just raffle them to anyone here that wants to. Oh, this way. Sorry, my hands are a little wet from the coffee. But I have a Elgato Camlink 4K and an Elgato HD60S. And these are what I used originally to stream with. So gamers use this stuff, and basically what this does, this is the 4K Camlink. You just plug in any camera into the back of this, and you plug this right into your computer, and it will make whatever camera you have think it's a webcam, so it'll start working. It'll recognize it. So all you need is an HDMI out from your camera, micro, mini, or regular, and plug it into here, and you plug it into your computer, and you can connect a camera to your computer. So this whole morning routine is about streaming, and I'm gonna start by raffling these off. So I need to get rid of them, and maybe there's some people here in the chat that want them. So if you guys want to know how to do this, we've done this a few times this month actually for t-shirts. We did a GoPro last week. I'm here at the studio and I saw this stuff sitting on the shelf, and since we're going to be talking about the stream setup, I thought it would be cool to raffle off some stream stuff. So this stuff works just fine. I have upgraded to a dedicated switcher, which is a step above this, but if you only have one camera, this is fine. This is all you really need. This is for a camera, and this is for like an HDMI pass-through. So basically, you can plug a camera into this, or say a PlayStation in, and your PlayStation can come back out into your TV so you can see what this thing's putting out. So this is a good way to monitor what you go. If you're doing this to YouTube, you could see what's going to YouTube while it goes to YouTube because there's a delay. So this is an important step to make sure everything's working properly, and this is how you get your camera set up as well. So these two things, there's different ways to enter. I'm gonna let this go for a while. Yeah, I know these are sold out on Amazon. That's another reason why they're cool. I can give you a quick, if you guys are interested or don't have any idea how much these things cost. These are a little over 100 usually, and then this is a little closer to 200. So it's like $300, and it's not something that can really burn out or die. I mean, I used it for a short amount of time, so these will go out today. And Michael Kelly is the first one to show everyone how to enter the raffle. 99 cents. That's exactly how you can enter. All you got to do is make a super chat donation, and that's it. So if you guys want these, I'm going to let this raffle go on for the remainder of the stream, and I will close it out at the end. And what I'll do is write down every person's name as it's happening on a notepad and show you guys the notepad. Go to a random number generator, hit the random number generator. Whoever's name is on that number, you get the thing. So here it is. I guess I got to start with Michael Kelly, right? Let me see. Michael Kelly, number 1. All right. Let's see. Now, on to what the stream thing looks like. Actually, let's first see what's going on in the chat here. Lee McDaniel, you like yeah, lavender's not too bad, you know. I used to have an anodized purple race bike when I was a kid. I was all about that anodized purple. Lots of rain here, same as in Brazil. Yeah. Good morning, Norway, Malaysia. Sweet. Dimitri's asking about my Strava. I don't know what happened. I left it on. I left my computer on, and I guess it was on for 3 days, pretty much. So that was weird. Ramen Riders was in the hospital. I think you had a hernia. You know. Hopefully you heal up swiftly. What's up, Warsaw, Brazil? Let's see. Was that Valhalla footage? No. Oh yeah, I was headed to Graham Hills, but yeah. It might have said next stop Valhalla. The thumbnail photo of this stream is set up from someone who sent it to me on Instagram, and I'm spacing on their name, unfortunately. All right. Let's see. I'm catching up to the stream. What's everyone's favorite post-stabilization methods or software? I use Warp Stabilize when I need it, but then I do crop. What do? I do not crop, warp. Just crop, rotate, and something else. I like to do it myself, like punch in myself. I don't like it to do it for me, so I do like a little manual tweak to it. It seems to work okay. But that's only for handheld stuff. I don't need it for the GoPro stuff, really. Dimitri's asking if Safa's going to be live while bombing down a hill. Probably not, because I want his audio to be clear. When come to Indonesia again? A long time from now. I'm imagining just the way everything's going. Oh. Let's see. Thanks for the stickers, Terry. Oh, you got the stickers? Nice. I just sent out, speaking of stickers, I just sent out a huge load of stickers yesterday. A fat load. So hopefully you guys got those notifications. And some of you got notifications about getting stickers twice. So maybe you'll get 2 sets. What's up from France? The cameras do all the cameras do need a clean HDMI out. I wouldn't mess with the camera that didn't. So yeah, it does need a clean HDMI out. If it outputs this, any of the interface on there, then that's a terrible camera in my opinion. You can turn that stuff off. The problem I have with streaming from the GoPro right now is that you have no control over any of the settings. It just is super sharp, super saturated, whatever it wants to do. It won't flip upside down. It just stays whatever way. It's kind of annoying. So there's that. Boom. Okay, so I'm catching up on the chat. Michael Kelly's number 1 for the raffle. Michael Kelly, you're on the list. Going down. I think that's it, man. Yes. Oh, wait, nope. I need a mouse pad over here. Okay, here we go. I just skipped a bunch of people. All right, we got SMH. We got Raul. Rinaldi. Dan Milberg. Nick Noisy. I don't like this goddamn autocorrect. It's pissing me off. Here we go. Then we got Ramus. 9311. Sweet. All right. Well, not a lot of people interested in the Stream Deck. That's okay. I'm going to show you what I'm using right now to stream. So turn this camera on here. I'm going to be using this camera. This is an RX100 just to show you what I'm doing here. So I'm going to go ahead and switch now. There we go. That's the other camera. So this is exactly what we got going on here. So the way that this works is it all starts here. And this is the, let me turn this microphone. This is a Blackmagic ATEM Mini. And what this does is it is a switcher. So if you look on the back here, there are HDMI cables. I have 3 plugged in right now, and then there's an output, and then there's a USB-C output here. Power cable. There's also some audio inputs here. Let me see. I don't want to mess up the stream, so I don't want to fuck this up too much, but basically mic 1, mic 2, HDMI inputs, HDMI output, webcam output, that goes to the computer, and a power button. All right. Hopefully you guys aren't getting dizzy. So this whole setup here is what controls everything going on. So if I was to hit this button here, it's going to switch for you guys to this white cable. And the white cable is my output from this other computer, this laptop. So this laptop is only being used to share the screen. So this is how I play the videos. This computer over here is the computer that I'm using to stream right now. And there you guys are in the chat. See that? And that's the live feed that's like 30 seconds behind, as you can see. This is my work computer. It's actually under here. Kind of dark down there, but it's a MacBook or a Mac Mini. And that's my editing setup here at the studio. So this computer here is doing all the streaming. So I have the webcam out to that, and what this unit is doing is tricking that computer over there and saying whatever comes out of here is a webcam, no matter what it is. And that's the beauty of this thing. And that's exactly what these do, this does, this one does it too, actually, is it does all of that, with the exception of it only does it for one camera, and this does it for multiple cameras. So, now if you see, if I switch to this 2, it's gonna switch to the laptop. Check it out. 2, boom, now it's up on the laptop screen. Now I'll go back to, I'll go to 1, it's gonna be my main camera. 1, now it's me pointing the camera there. And when I hit 3, it's gonna go back to the camera there. See what I mean? So that's kind of what I use to do all this stuff. And these buttons just switch between the cameras. Oh, there we go. These switch between cameras, and then there's also extra controls. AFV is audio follows video, so whenever I switch to 2, the audio will always follow it. This is saying that the mic is always on. This is the main mic for me talking. I can mute myself. And you can see that there's a little bit of noise on the channel when I mute it. The little fuzzies go away. What else can I show you about this setup? This is the camera setup. So this is hard to do. This is hard to do with this microphone. This is not even my camera. This is my girlfriend's. It's a Sony a7R II, and all I have going on with it is I have an HDMI out in the back, and I have a power cord to make sure the battery stays charged. And then up here, this monitor is like one of the most important steps for this whole system. Is this monitor, you might think it's coming out of the camera, it's not. This monitor is actually the output from the output from the Stream Deck. So, which is right here, this right here. So whatever camera or button I have pushed here, this monitor is always gonna show me it. And right now it just happens to be the camera in my hand, and there's no way I can show you any other way, because once I switch, you're not gonna be able to see what's coming from this camera. So, hope that makes sense. Up here is just an LED panel to give me some front fill on my face here. I have a light over here that's giving me a little bit of an edge and helping with the bike behind me. What else can I say? Yeah, that's kind of it. I got some other peripherals. I have like a V-mount battery that I use for my production stuff, and it's just charging this monitor up here. It has a LEMO pin right here, and it just goes down to this D-tap. And that's it. That's my shit. And that's how I'm doing this. And this is similar to how I'm doing the live stream with Affinity later, with the exception of, like, he doesn't need this laptop here. This is going to be for me. So he'll be doing all the talking. Let me switch this back. He'll be doing all the talking from where I'm seated, right here. And I will be behind the scenes over there doing all the camera switching for him, making sure the audio is good, making sure I switch the cameras to the right cameras. Also, I'm gonna have this camera on a tripod, so we'll have a second angle, so when he talks about the bike behind, well, not that bike behind me, but he'll have his bike behind him. So when he gets up to talk about it, he can talk about it, and then I can get a longer lens with this camera, and get really close details while he's talking about it. So you guys, whoever's the people in the trade show, can see it later. And then this is how I stream. And I recommend starting one step at a time. I know this probably seems, some of you are like, whatever, I don't care about this stuff. Other of you, maybe you're interested. and it seems confusing, or maybe some of you, it's not confusing at all. But in my experience, starting with this stuff, starting with one of these first, and just learning like OBS or some kind of streaming software on your computer, and just using one camera first of all, and getting used to how to manage the camera, how to light it right, how to stream, and then slowly you can bring in this, and then you can upgrade from there. That's what I did, and I started one thing at a time, and as I got comfortable, I added a couple things. Those of you who've been around for a while, you probably had seen my earlier streams and where I'm at now. It's just growth, you know? So it's just don't be overwhelmed by trying to do it all at once. Just start small, and that's kind of where these are. And I am auctioning these off. Those of you who are new, all you got to do is make a donation, and I will put your name on a number list here. There's the numbers. Those are the people that are entered so far. We only have 6 in there. I got to go back and check, make sure there's no one else. And I will pick a number randomly, and these will go to you. Today, actually, I'm sending out the rest of the stickers and also this stuff. So whoever wins this gets it today. You just have to DM me your address on Instagram or email or something. So let's see. Let me go up, see if I missed some. I think number of notches. Number of notches in Drift King. So I got, let me make this bigger. Why is it not going bigger? There we go. All right, so I got number of notches. I got Michael Kelly, SMH, Rao, Dan Milberg, not Tilburg. Nick Noisy, Ramus, number of notches, Drift King. Monotraumatic. Monotraumatic is in. All right, let me switch this back. Monotraumatic's in. So yeah, that is the streaming setup. Do you guys have any questions with anything that I'm doing here? Other than that, I didn't really show you the audio setup. Whoa, that was weird. Music started playing. Henry Sowell. I didn't show you the audio setup, so I can show you that right now. So what I'm going to do for Jason is I have, where's it at? Here we go. I can actually set this up right now and show you guys live. So these are Road Links. I've had these for a while. These are the older ones. There's a better one that's out now that they're really promoting to like YouTube people. But basically, this is a wireless lav here. So this is a transmitter. So I'll wear this one. This is a really, really affordable one in comparison to professional ones. So I'll put this on under here just to show you. This is on. So the person talking will wear this. And then let me switch to this camera here. I'm actually going to switch audio. So now you hear the audio difference. The sound is a little different. It's not as clean in my opinion as that one, but I'll show you where it's coming from. So this is the receiver here. So it's wireless transmitting into this, and then this is going, oh, you don't see any of that here. This is the wireless receiver, and then this is plugged into the back here into this audio input, and then there's an on, and then here's the other audio source here. This is with them together. This is with just the nicer mic above me. You hear my voice, sounds a little better. This is with this one, sounds a little different, right? So now I can show you, now that I have this mic on, basically the reason to have two audio sources like this is if one messes up while I'm doing the stream later for Affinity, I can switch to the other one and there's like a redundant backup. And that's important when you're doing this live stream stuff. So let me show you, I have my audio over here. Let me see if I can do this with this on. Yeah, so I have this Zoom H5 here, and it's just plugged right into the camera, and then that's set up to a microphone that's hanging over my head here. Yeah, hopefully that makes sense, and it's not just me rambling a bunch of nonsense to you, but just trying to show you how the process works. Let me switch mics again, because I do prefer this microphone better. Sounds cleaner. Yeah, so let me get some names in here real quick. Let me turn this on. I'll pop my little face down there. All right, so we got Henry Sowell, and then we got, who else do we got in here? We got Yetismon. Yetismon. No, dude. We got Lark. SYRN. Nice, nice. Yeah. I didn't show the, let's see. Questions. What does it say? Terry, was the modified windscreen on the lav mic? Have you had problems reducing noise on faster rides? I don't use this mic setup for that stuff. I tried back in the day for Monster Track. It's just a lot of extra redundancies. I wouldn't recommend putting a mic on somebody and then receiving it that far away riding through a city. I'd rather be hardlined in when I'm riding through a city. There's just too many interferences, popping sounds could happen, all kinds of weird audio things. So yeah. Swish Buckets is in for number 13. Swish Buckets. Thank you for the wholesome donation as well. That's like it, Swish. Swish is gonna win with that $4.99. Maybe I can get a fraction of what I paid for this stuff, but honestly, I'd rather this stuff go to like you guys if your guys are actually gonna use it. I would hate for someone to win it and then just sell it on Amazon used or eBay. That would be kind of messed up, but whatever. Do whatever you want with it. I just would wish that you would try to stream and create with it. You know, that's the reason why I'm doing this. Not selling it to some random. Anyways, Swish Buckets, you're number 13. I guess I don't have to do that because I'm wearing this mic. Swish Buckets, you're 13. I'm gonna keep this mic on because it's easier to move around. Swish Buckets, and then Nick Noisy. All right, so let me see. I can turn this down a slight bit. It's a little crazy. There we go. I don't like the way the higher frequencies, or maybe it's the higher volume. I don't know. Doesn't sound good to my ears. Let's see. Ortho Office, does it come with the receiver? Can you clarify what you're talking about? Are you talking about my lav mics? I've already showed that. I'm a little behind, sorry. Did I show the mic above me? I'm using a shotgun mic above me. I didn't show it. Ramen Riders, that Zoom has an XLR out? Yeah, so the HN5 and the this is an HN5. The HN4, I think, is the lowest one, or the older one that has XLRs on it. This is the HN5, which the only difference is it has analog gain increments on the outside, so it's easier to do changes when you're monitoring the audio. Yeah, that's my Zoom. I mean, that's used for my professional work. Normally I like to work on stuff where there's a budget for a sound guy, hopefully, but for personal stuff, and it works great because I can do voiceovers and stuff with it. So yeah, let's see. I run modular synth into my H6. Yeah, monotraumatic. Yep. So that's how I was using my HN6 as an audio interface at first, when I first started to stream, because as you know, it's just like a webcam. Like, the computer doesn't just like an audio input going in, it wants some kind of digital input, so you need something to cross it over, and that's what I used as well. But now that I'm streaming with this, I'm doing my majority of my audio inputs through the camera's HDMI, and on the audio video side, that's a little easier for me for streaming, because a little technical thing about streaming is video and audio coming into the stream, they come in at different speeds. So for example, if I just ran this lav mic here, after a while it could go out of sync, because I would be talking, you'd see my mouth move, but then it would be off a little bit, you know what I mean? Because audio can come into the system and stream faster than the video. So if you tie the audio into the camera and it's tied together there and then through the HDMI, it's always going to be in sync. So that's another reason why I use the better mic up here. And this mic that I'm using right now, I might come out of sync in a little bit. We'll see. It all depends on internet and things that you can't control. So, Wansi Sif, I am doing another raffle. Yes, and it's for streaming stuff. I'm here talking about streaming stuff, and here is what I use to get started. This is a great thing to use getting into it. It's more of a gamer setup, but it works. It works great, and I talked about it a little bit. If you're trying to get into streaming, that is what's up. I also showed the setup that I'm using now, but that's what I started on. So it's just sitting around, and hopefully you guys can get some use out of it. Nick Noisy is the last donation. Ramen Riders can't enter today for some reason. I don't know. Yeah, the audio quality is way different on this lav. The way that the microphones work generally is going to change that. On top of that, on the Zoom, I have the low pass. I have some things built in on the Zoom that I'm using right now to cut some noise out, some sounds out, but that's it. How about I throw a hotline sticker on one of the, will it go for more? Someone said something about putting a, Nick Noisy said, throw a Supreme sticker. How about I throw a hotline sticker on the device? What do you think? Can I get more for it? Just slap this on there, there we go. That's perfect. Yeah, so that'll come with, obviously, I'll send one hotline sticker for you. Let's see. Yeah, the Rode Link, it's a transmitter receiver combo. Audio engineer award goes to Terry B. Yeah, right. I'm always still learning, dude. Audio is not something I went to school for. It's not something I could say I would ever do. I can do professionally. Like, I always let the audio guys do the audio stuff, and I focus on the shot. And then we work together as a team, and it comes together. But doing the streaming stuff alone, you know, there's room to learn stuff. So I'm trying. Let's see. Wait, you can elaborate on the mic setup you use for hotlines? I'm not sure I understand. Jacques, the audio on the Cooper videos, I've talked about it before. I use a different audio system for that, and it's a system that reality TV sound people like to use. And basically what it is it records into itself. So it has, so the expensive ones transmit just like these. So it's just like this, a little smaller. It costs a fucking shitload more. And it transmits, but it also has a card in it, so it records to a card and it transmits. And the benefit of that is exactly what I was talking about why I'm gonna have two mics for the Affinity stream later. It's redundancy. So if you were recording only with wireless transmission and the sound guy's got his little mixer and he's like listening, making sure everything sounds good on that and specifically reality, because things are moving so fast in reality kind of shows that there's not time to like set things perfectly. Anyway, so he's like dialing it in, and then all of a sudden someone walks too far away or behind like a steel wall or something, and the transmission gets poppy and snappy. The sound guy can't do anything about it. They're not gonna stop the take if it's like a crazy drama part. So the sound guy is going to run with it and let the sound roll. And when that person finally comes back into stream or into clean interference or whatever, the sound guy can like continue on. Or when they cut camera or whatever, they can make adjustments. But that sound isn't lost because it's recorded straight into a card. So it's there and it's clean. It's just a redundancy thing. You know what I mean? Does that make any sense? Because the sound guy's also getting everything in wirelessly, and they have a card. Their little mixer records on a card, so they have two copies. But if there's like audio interference and stuff like that, the sound guy's gonna have those clips and pops on his, where the person recording it won't. So, I don't know. That's a thing. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know if that made any sense, but that's the thing that I use. I'm trying to think of the name what is it called? It's a lot smaller. I'll think of it. The one that I have is like, it's like a $900 one, and the microphone itself is specifically a little expensive. I talked to the guy at B&H. He tried to sell me like a $500 lav mic, and I was like, dude, I'm making YouTube videos. I don't think you understand. I don't have a budget. I don't have the budget for that. So I ended up meeting in the middle at a $300 mic, which was still a lot of money, but man, as soon as I got that lav mic, the sound quality was amazing compared to what I was doing before. What frequency do you run the low cut at? I think right now it's pretty low. It's at like 80. I don't know, like, I understand frequencies from my work in the military, but I don't exactly know what's the best for audio, like, you know, they're recommended for voiceover or whatever. I don't know, this is the shotgun mic, and it is very narrow focused, so it eliminates a lot of the room ambient, and this scratching on the microphone doesn't sound good. All kinds of stuff like that. So, all right. Hopefully I'm making sense here. If I happen to win, I'd use the Elgato with my GH5 and then totally run the audio through the camera. Yeah, dude, that's how you should do it. Josh 50, you're in. Josh 50, let's switch cameras here. There we go. Let me add this a little bigger. We gotta make this real big. Look at Michael Kelly's name is still on here from last time. $15, Josh 50. Sorry guys, I'm catching up to the chat here, and it's cool. You guys are giving me talking points, so thank you for that. Is it hard to sync up audio while you film with a GoPro and an external audio device? It is hard to remember a very easy thing to do. And in post, it becomes a problem if you're stopping and starting recording all the time. So if you just hit it and start it once, it's not that bad. But if you stop and start the GoPro multiple times, you need to stop and start your audio source multiple times, or you need to do this every time you start your camera, and then you have to go and find those little clap marks. They'll have like high spikes on the audio, and then you can line it up with the GoPro, and it should line up perfectly, and then you clean it up, replace, or keep it, however you want to do it. That's how I sync it. It's a little annoying, but you know, got to clap to get it lined up. Want Hotline graphics sent to you? Yes, send me that budget, please. I'd love to see it. Dan Milberg, he's going in for the Hotline sticker. Dan is up. You're number 16, Dan. Dan Milberg. Dude, I hate the autocorrect. Stop. It just made it Tilburg again. Who is Tilburg? And why does my computer think there's a Tilburg? I don't get it. All right. Good audio is life. What did you do in the military, Terry? I was in this career field called electronic warfare. It was a big piece of equipment that hung under fighter planes, specifically A-10s and F-16s. There were two kinds of pods, is what they called them. And basically, they are analyzing, they're listening and analyzing different frequencies that coming from the grounds, from surface-to-air missiles, to air-to-air missiles, and to anti-artillery aircraft guns, anti-aircraft artillery guns. And basically, these are all satellite-fed systems. So in order for satellite radar systems, in order for a radar to work, they have to send a signal out. So when a signal gets sent out, you can hear that signal, and it analyzes what that is, and it tries to figure out ways to detect and then alter that signal. And that would do different things by making an airplane seem like the radar signal's here, and then all of a sudden the plane's over here, or it's going slower than it's actually going, or it's going faster than it's actually going, or it's just totally, you can't see it at all. So all these little things, that's what I used to do. So frequencies in RF and all that, it's all in the same thing. It's life, man. Vibes, vibrations, good vibes, it's all the same. I've been doing good vibes all my life, man. Greetings from Hungary. Thank you for wanting to ride your bike. Hopefully you get out there, man. Oh, Monotraumatic's waiting for the A10 Mini to be back in stock. Yeah, I ordered this as soon as it was allowed to be ordered on pre-order. And it took like 6-8 weeks, and I finally got it, and I was like, yes, I got it in my hands. They have a professional version of the A10 Mini coming out. It's not, well, they have a real thing for television, but it's a little bit more expensive than this one, and it has a couple features that are really nice if you have Blackmagic cameras, which I do. So I'm kind of interested in it, but you can control iris, shutter speed, ISO, everything through the A10 Mini now. So you don't even have to touch your cameras anymore, which is fucking crazy. The audio is sometimes cutting out for 2 seconds. Oh, well, let's just swap to this mic. That sounds better anyways, right? Monochromatic, yes, you can enter multiple times. Yeah, you can enter as much as you want. So I need to change the rules on these raffles one of these days. Maybe on the next one, on the next t-shirt raffle or something, or next something raffle. I'm going to change it up so maybe you can enter, or maybe there's a minimum or something so people don't enter 99 cents like 10 times. Whatever, it's cool. It's kind of makes it more interesting. It gives you more chances to win, but it also, I don't know if it's fair or not. I'll let you guys decide. Trying to make it fair. Also trying to keep it cool for everybody. Did you guys check these out? My friend Jason, I tried to plug these yesterday. If you follow me on Instagram, also in the chat, I was like talking about this thing. It's getting grimy. I need to clean it. Let's see. I'd love to come and ride in Seattle. Never ridden out there, so that'd be sweet. Eugene. Hey, Terry, thanks for posting me and my friend riding. Oh, yeah, man. Thanks for making those videos. I actually saw your videos on Reddit a few months back, but they weren't YouTube. It was just like in Reddit somehow. And then I saw someone sent it to me later, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember these. I can just tell your shutter speed is high. I mean, that's fine. If you shoot that way, you can shoot that way. The only way to change it is you got to go and shoot with your GoPro manually, and you can change that manually. So either doing it at a time of day when the sun's not as bright, or doing it or getting NDs for your GoPro is a good way to do it. Monochromatic. Funny story. One of my old college buddies is the CEO of Blackmagic. Whoa, dude. Tell him I'm his biggest fan of the company. Not of him. I don't know who he is. But I don't know the CEO of Blackmagic. But I'm all about it. They are totally disrupting everything, and I love it. I know they come from a software side, and then they started making like television stuff, and slowly creeping into like making cameras. And man, the stuff that they're doing, and like I think they're just destroying everyone else. All the cameras. I don't even look at like Panasonic, Canon, like any of those cameras anymore, because it's just so, they just don't give you, they should give you way more features and frame rates and ability to color and shoot raw, and they just been holding on to it for so long. So I'm like, fuck Canon, fuck Sony, like, you know. Blackmagic came around and they're just like, here's everything, and we gave an update for free, now you can shoot raw, and like, it's just crazy. And then that built into DaVinci, it's amazing. Dude, I would totally rep a fucking Blackmagic sponsorship. Tell them we need to work on making a smaller camera so I can put on a gimbal that shoots raw, so I can do some hotlines with that. I would love that. Anyways, let's get back to the chat here. The mic above is like 10 times. Yeah, the mic above is a shotgun mic, and it costs, it's a better mic, and the way that it pulls in sound is very narrow, so it's not getting as much. It's cutting back on the room sound and the breathing, and it's a better quality mic, so it's going to sound better. What's a bummer is I have these really nice podcast type mics that I used to use when I was over here at the desk. I'm going to be using those again as soon as this thing's over. Probably tomorrow you're going to see a change of scenery here, so I can be back at my desk. I'm going to rearrange all this and set it up. I'll probably go back to, maybe I won't go back to the podcast mics, but we'll see. What am I talking about? When in a restaurant or public spaces, do you happen to just listen to the amount of ambient noise of life happening? All the time, dude. When I'm just observing, like, I think it just comes from being like a photographer who just wanders around shooting strangers. Like, I just like to listen and feel life. So yeah, there's a lot of ambient going on. William LeBron, is your BMX bike in the studio? Put it on the stand and show us. Okay, I will. Peter Harrell, what up? You're just joining us. We're doing a raffle for some streaming stuff. Those of you who are new, I just showed off everything I'm using to stream, and I'm also raffling off my old stream setup. That is very useful to learn how to use and stream. These are two devices that I used to use on my very first streams. They are very useful to get into streaming, and I recommend starting small, one camera at a time, and slowly introducing more and more, incorporating more and more things. If you're interested in this stuff, all you got to do is throw down a super chat there on the bottom, and I'll show you no, I'm just kidding. I will put your name down on a list. So far we have 17 people with 1C SIF. I need to put his name down. Everyone, you can enter as much as you want, and that's how you get this stuff here. So that's what today's stream's about. I'm putting Juan's name down real quick. I'm gonna change mics so you can still hear me. Juan C. Sif. Juan, you are number 18 right there. You see that? You see it, don't you? Here, let me make this big. You like that? There we go. You're there. That's the list. Okay, let's see. If all you want is Blackmagic, definitely the route to go. All you want is video Blackmagic. Yeah, man. I agree. I mean, I use it for my professional stuff too. I have the Blackmagic. I have the Pocket 6K, which was I bought that camera actually to do YouTube stuff, and then I realized I can start using it for work stuff too. Those Crusha videos that I did the last 2 Mondays that I put out of him doing a live recording, those were shot on the Blackmagic Pocket. And if I didn't have that camera, I wouldn't have been able to shoot that because the lighting was so low. It has dual ISO, and I shot that stuff raw at 6K. It's just I don't know, it's just a crazy camera. I loved it. I also have a Ursa Mini Pro 4.6K, so that camera is what I use for work all the time. I have the PL mount for it, so I can throw nicer cinema lenses on there, and it's great. Dimitri, thought people love autofocus, which is not, any of their cameras have it. No, this camera has autofocus, and autofocus is cool for streaming when you're alone. It's nice, you know, but when the autofocus is really good on this thing, but I hate autofocus when I'm working professionally. It's not a thing I use at all. Autofocus looks robotic and snappy, and when you work professionally, there's people that are doing focus for you, and you're planning out what's in focus and what's not, and you don't let the camera decide for you. You know what I mean? Just because someone's in the frame doesn't mean the person is in focus. So, anyways, enough about that. Enough about that stuff. I haven't worked on a production since January, I think. Oh, Peter Harrell is up in here, boy, number 18. Let me get you on there real quick. Peter Harrell. Peter Harrell, you're in there, number 18. And then we got Nick. He's pressing his bet. Let's do this. Nick Noisy, number 19. Marius Halton. There is a raffle today. That's what's going on. I was talking about streaming. This is like the third or fourth time I'm doing this. I need to make a little title card on the bottom that says raffle for this thing. Basically, I'm raffling off this stuff. This is what I used to use to stream. This is stuff that I'm trying to, help put out there to people who hopefully are going to use this stuff, that want to start streaming and just making stuff. We're all stuck at home, so a lot of people are starting to stream, and this stuff is very useful. This is what I used to use, one camera at a time, and then I upgraded to what I'm using kind of now over the last couple months. So get comfortable using one camera, which this does. Get comfortable using one screen, which this kind of does. And then once you get all that, you can start upgrading from there. So that's what I'm doing. If you're interested in streaming, then you know how to get in there. You just got to throw down a little super chat. Got the original Pocket sitting. Maybe I should finally take it out. It has an awesome image. Adam, yeah, take that 4K Pocket out of there, dude. Or are you talking about the OG one? Maybe. That one's cool too. The battery life is terrible on all of them though. So you got to figure that out. Ramen Riders, did the GoPro 8 actually shoot in 8K? No, who said that? Terry, have you seen the Life Cycles, the mountain bike film? Thoughts on the cinematography? I don't think I've seen that yet. I would love to. Peter Harrell, do you like nutritional yeast? Yes, I do. It's cool. What else? Yeah, I can use, can you pin it in the chat? Oh, I think I skipped something. Yeah, I saw something. Drift King, Terry, couldn't remember. Did you say you were happy with the Hotline sweatshirt quality? Looking at something for my B-Day coming up. I took the original Hotline stuff out. I do like nutritional yeast, man. Come on, I do. I was like, why are you asking that? The original Hotline stuff it wasn't that good in my opinion, but the new stuff that's in there, that's one color, is just fine. So someone asked to get my BMX in the screen, so we're gonna do a little bike check while we let this raffle go. Give me a quick second. I'm gonna switch mics so it doesn't pop on you guys. good. Is that too high? Oh no, that's perfect. There it is. All right, that's my BMX bike. That is a Scavenger Bridge, and it's left-hand drive, which means the drive side is on the left. What can I say about it? This company is no longer a company. This is an old Edwin frame. Had it for a while. It's left-hand drive profile cranks, which means everything is threaded for left-hand drive. Couple cool things about this is, I think this is, what is this? Yeah, this is a Tree spline drive sprocket. And I think it's a 30, what is it? No, it's a 29 tooth. So it's a 29/9, it's a 9 tooth on the back. And it's a free coaster, so it's quiet. And free coasters, you can spin the wheel both ways and the pedals don't move, you see that? So you can ride backwards and not have to pedal. Couple funny little bits about this bike is I have a bunch of Blue 6 hardware on it, which is kind of over the top. It's a titanium hardware. Blue 6, Blue 6, Blue 6, Blue 6. Most of the bolts are Blue 6, which is, it's kind of a waste. I don't know, it doesn't save that much weight, but it's cool, I guess. Laced to G-Sport rims, or no, it's a G-Sport rear chrome rim with a Colt free coaster hub, and then the front is a old Odyssey, I forget the name of the front hub, Verrero or something, and it's laced to an Odyssey Midway. And I got the fit, it's supposed to be the down low DTL or DTM stem. I forget what it's called. This stem is actually supposed to be flipped down, so your bars are lower, but I have it flipped up. I thought it looked cool. I was trying to get some rise on it because I'm kind of tall riding a BMX bike. And then these are Perfect 10s. These are S&M Perfect 10s. They're 10-inch rise bars, really big. That way I'm not squashed, hunched over my bike as much. And I also have some stack on the stem there, really lift myself up off the bike. I think these are 180 millimeter cranks. This is a Shadow Conspiracy half-link chain. What else can I say? These are Odyssey tires. I think the rear is oh yeah, the rear is an Odyssey as well. And this is the, what's his name, saddle. I can't think of the saddle. God damn it, what's his name? It's an Animal seat and seat post. Nigel Sylvester's saddle. It's got his little signature there. Yeah, that's the BMX. So cool. I love I love the color of that frame. It's nice. Purple, lavender. See, Lee McDaniel, lavender. This is kind of a lavender. Let's see. The wheels are beefy, yeah. Oh, Dimitri's got the Nankai Free Coaster. That's the OG old shit. That's cool. Eric Weir is asking about the updated address. I fucked up and sent it out, so I'm gonna have to update it. I'm gonna have to send you more stickers to your other spot. Hopefully they got forwarded to you somehow. Maybe you get 2 packs of stickers. Sorry about that. I know, we talked about it twice. This is the 3rd time. Jeremy Floyd is talking about the bike stand. Yeah, this is a shop. So this is Affinity's. It's on wheels. And yeah, it's what they used to use to wrench on bikes. Because Affinity used to be a bike shop back in the day on Grand Street in Williamsburg. So you can do 2 bikes at once, yes. are you coming to San Diego anytime? It says helper. I have no plans to leave New York because we have no plans. There's no foreseeable future, at least anytime soon, that I feel like I can leave. No one wants anyone from New York anywhere since we are at the epicenter of everything going on. So I'm not making any moving plans to go anywhere. I'm gonna be here for a while. I don't want to be, but I am. Anyways, for the people who just tuned in, we are doing a raffle, and I'm about to end it because I think Jason's going to be coming in any second now. Let's see, where are we at? Yeah. The reason why someone asked about, I think Jack asked about why is it left side drive. It has to do with grinding, and I'm actually not even into doing grinds. So if you grind on the right-hand side and your chain is on the right-hand side, your sprocket and stuff gets in the way a lot, and you start to mess up and damage your things. So if you grind a lot on the right-hand side, if that's like your preferred side, then normally you want to put a left-hand side on. That way you're not grinding where your chain is. But I don't even like grinding. So it's funny. That's what happened. I stopped. I didn't really like the way grinding ever felt on a bike. So it feels much better on a skateboard, in my opinion. At least for ledges. So it's just my opinion on that. Gotta swap the saddle for a flight. You're damn right. Oh, look at that. We got Fodgain in here. Hopefully that helped, dude. I was trying to share because I was in your stream checking your stuff out. So hopefully that helped you with your stuff. And you were trying to figure out how to do a dual, like have someone in from somewhere else. I can show you how I do that while you're here, if you're still here. Let's see. So, let me switch this camera. Oh, that's overexposed. God damn it. No. This is my messy ass workspace. So under here is a Mac Mini. That's the camera. That's the computer that I use. I'm gonna switch mics real quick. There we go. That's the computer that I use to do the encoding, the streaming. So that shit is streaming to YouTube right now. So if I wanted to have a guest over, I would have to encode from this computer and do a live stream and do like a Google Chat or a Zoom. And sometimes that's too much for the graphics card in that one computer there. So what I do is I have this set up, and this is like my little switcher that you already learned about. And right now it's on 3, which is the camera I'm using. But I would set up 2 right here, 2 in this white cable here so you can see it. That is going to a laptop that's sitting right here. So when I switch to this, boom, we got that screen for you. See, that's the screen. There's the camera view and there's the computer view. And what this does is I can have someone on my Google Hangout here, and I can share this like a camera. And then I can let this computer, this camera does the video the video processing for the Google Chat or the Zoom meeting or whatever. And then this over here will do the encoding for me, and that goes to YouTube. You understand? This whole setup is really sloppy right now because this is kind of a hybrid setup for, I'm doing a stream for Affinity Cycles later. So it's set up like this for Affinity, and I'm just using it right now. when I do my streaming at my desk, I'm over there and it's much cleaner. So that's just how I've figured it out. And like anything, as you know, there's more than one way to do something. So you just donated $5 to me, and I'm putting your name down. So I don't know if that was supposed to be for a donation or you're just throwing me $5. I appreciate that. But this is a raffle for this stuff, and you're getting it. I'm putting your name on the list for this stuff. So this can help you get a better camera setup to your stream, so you're not using your webcam. It looks like you're using your webcam. I don't know. I didn't get to talk to you too much about your stream setup last night, but it looks like it's a computer camera to me, and it sounds like it's computer audio to me. So that has an audio input and it has an HDMI. So I'm putting your name down on the list. So Vod Gang, you are number 20. There we go. Graham is asking about my fucking. I don't have the 1080 Ti. I do have an external GPU unit, but I'm running because I'm on Mac. I can't run that stuff. I'm using what is it, Raytheon? Raytheon. That's aircraft stuff. ATX or ATI or whatever the hell it's called. I forget what I'm using right now, but it's a pretty good graphics card. And then Dimitri's asking, so you don't use OBS anymore after getting the switcher? No, I still use OBS. OBS is always used. It's just cleaner to do the switching from a switcher because it's less processing for the computer over there. This switcher here, the beautiful thing about this switcher is that no matter what you input into it, no matter the frame rate, no matter the resolution, it will do all of the computing and make them all one. So if one camera's at 50 frames per second, one's at 24, one's at this, it'll figure out which is the best frames per second in resolution and then output that. Obviously, I have all my cameras set the right way, but you could, that's a huge problem with OBS and things, and even with the Elgato stuff, you have to make sure you're doing the exact right frames per second and stuff. This makes it easier, especially if your cameras, maybe you don't have control over the frames per second and all that stuff. Another thing that makes this switcher easier is that I can, instead of doing a screen share from my computer over there and eating up that valuable graphics card, we'll just call it real estate for now, or processing power real estate. What am I talking about? You separate it and you use another computer. So I'm using a laptop, which I normally do things from home with, and then I have my desktop computer. So let the desktop do the encoding, let the laptop do the video screen sharing or whatever, or vice versa. The laptop can handle encoding on its own as well. So like if I wanted to do a live premiere to show you stuff and edit how I edit something, or like if those of you who remember way back in the day when, it wasn't even that long ago now, but it was like October, I was like starting to dabble in streaming a little more, and I was like trying to show how we just filmed with Caro, and we just filmed the hotline, and I dropped it into Premiere, and we had a little conversation, and I tried to play back the video with you guys, but it was like playing all chunky and choppy, and it wasn't working very well. That's because I tried to do everything on one computer, and it can't encode and use Premiere and export or show video all at the same time. So when you separate it away from the graphics card, it makes it a lot easier to do these things. So you gotta alleviate the pressure on the graphics card. And when you're doing encoding and doing streaming with encoding, that takes a lot of graphics and processing power. So taking things away, like making it this do this thing and this do this thing, and that's how streaming is easier for your graphics card. What am I talking about? And I'm also not I guess I should say I'm not a professional. This is all new to me, and I've just learned it all through just experimenting here on YouTube, honestly. And because of this stuff, I have also done other stuff where we've worked on bigger, more expensive systems where we actually did live streams with for clients, and it's because I'm doing this that I got to do jobs for that. It's weird, right? Anyways, so just experiment. What am I talking about? Let me get to the chat. Let's see. That's where we're at. We're at 20. We're at 20 people so far. I'm probably going to end the stream here soon because Jason's going to pop in and I got a setup for his talk. But let me see. So yeah, I answered Dimitri's question. I do use OBS. I guess I can show you what I don't even look at the OBS player. I just leave it over there. And I also, when I use OBS, here's a little hint to Fode Gang. If you're still here, if you're still listening, if you disable the video output from the OBS player, if you're using OBS, it makes it a whole hell of a lot easier on your processor, on the encoding and stuff on your computer. So I don't even look at the OBS thing anymore. I just let it do its thing because all of my controls are here now, where I used to use OBS to do all the switching, and it's a little clumsy in my opinion. It's always going to be clumsy if you're doing it yourself. In the professional world, there would be someone sitting and talking to a camera, which would be like the talent or whatever, whoever. And then there would be a whole team of other people. There'd be camera operators, there would be a technical director telling someone else to do the switch. There would be people monitoring audio, people monitoring the stream, like all separated. So for one person to do all this stuff at once with multiple cameras and screens, it's very intimidating, and it's a lot of multitasking and juggling. It's kind of like being a video DJ on the spot. It's weird. All right, that was a fucking ramble there. I have a Cinelli Vigorelli 2 years ago, and it's been a good bike. Just make sure you're buying something not chromoly with higher. I don't know who he's responding to. Sorry about that. Ramen Riders. Terry, how can I mail you some really good Kansas City coffee beans? I got some sweet Ethiopian. Ooh, that sounds bomb. That sounds like something that would be more of a light roast, and I'm totally into that. Ramen Riders, the address where packages can be sent to me, they're always in the description of my videos at the bottom. It's not my house, but I can get mail there. So if you want, that would be awesome. I would love it to try some coffee beans roasted in Kansas City. That'd be great. Oddly Correct. Oh, that's the coffee spot. That's dope. Eric Weir, you gonna post a link to the live stream later? I'm going to go live, and you'll probably get a notification about it. I'm not gonna promote it too heavily, the Affinity trade show thing, because I don't want it to be like an event or anything. Whoever shows up can show up, because it's not really my thing. And once the stream's over, I'm unlisting the video. So you can be there for the stream and listen to what he has to say about his new road bike, which is a fucking crazy ass bike. The details on this bike are insane. Down to the seat post clamp is like made of like 3 grams of carbon fiber. It's stupid. I feel like I would snap that bike, but it's cool. It's beautiful to see like the very high end, like the highest of high end stuff. The saddle is all carbon. The thing is light. It's very, very light. It'll be here. You'll get a notification. And I told you what time. We are live. We are doing that at 1:15 to 1:30. Let me double check. Let me see. I said it earlier. I forgot. He has a time set today at 1:15 to 1:30. So that's exactly, the stream might start a tiny bit earlier than that, so you can join. And we'll just be sitting here, and you can. I can field some questions to him afterwards. In fact, when he's done with the trade show, we'll still be online. So if you guys want to ask anything or see the bike even more, I can leave the stream. I can leave it streaming, and we can just disconnect from their meeting, and then keep going. So something to think about. A tar toll, new track frame, $500-800 range. I don't know, man. I don't have very good responses to those questions. I'm sorry, man. I'm always about just get what's available to you, you know? I just don't look at bikes like that, like with a money range and all that. I don't know. Get something used, you know? I don't know. I would get something used for sure. Casey Holmes, hello. Sean O'Callahan, ever have a problem with a bike that you couldn't find out what it was? No. Eric, do you have an SE bike? Do I? I do not. I used to have a PK Ripper. It was a 90, it was a loop tail. It was a 91 or something, or maybe 89. It was sick. It was sick. It was the bike I used to race. Well, I stopped racing BMX. I used to race on a Hawk, which is an aluminum frame as well. But then I broke that Hawk, so my buddy gave me the PK Ripper, and that was cool. Yeah, I don't have it anymore. This is what my BMX bike looks like now. Nothing like a racing bike. Once you've done anything freestyle on a bike, carbon makes you very nervous. Okay, well said. Lankster Pro, I guess that was a response to the 500-800 range. Lankster Pro, get a Lankster Pro, Specialized, I believe. Graham, you're making me want Thai, maybe when we're not in the pandemic. Yeah, Thai isn't necessary. I have just, both of the Thai bike, the number 22s I have, I didn't have to pay for with money. I had to pay for in time. So it was an exchange of services. So, well, I had to pay for half of the track bike, basically, which was a steel. And not a S-T-E-E-L, it was a S-T-E-A-L, steel. It was great. They're expensive, man, Thai bikes. My first Thai bike, I broke it. I had a 94 Greg LeMond road bike. It was like a 61. I snapped the seat stays on both sides. New titanium, super strong. I'm all about it. Just to clarify the mailing address. Oh, I don't think, oh, maybe I took my mailing address out, sorry. Shit. I'll have to, yeah, you'll have to find an old video, I guess. Whoops. The Thai Deluxe stem handlebar combo makes me drool. It's nice. Recording in DSLR is possible. It is possible. We're doing it. We're doing mirrorless, not a digital SLR. So I don't own any digital SLRs. Always buy used, exactly. Number 22 bikes are gorgeous. They are. That's why they keep winning those bike awards. And always ride fixed. I don't know. You don't always have to ride fixed, man. I'm a promoter of all things wheels. If you're riding, I'm good for you, man. If you're getting out and riding, that's good for you. Let's see. Yeah, the loop tail, that's right. Ryan Evans knows. Graham is a developer. You want to trade some time? What can you develop for me? I need some help. Let me tell you about the development of my hotline stickers yesterday. I was trying so fucking hard to I'm gonna try not to show someone's address here, but I got all these hotline stickers. This is ready to send. I just ran out of stamps, so let me just cover up this. There, I'll just do that. To print on address labels like that. Oh, it's too bright because it's white. You know how many like these little Avery, these little things? I wasted yesterday trying to figure out what was going on. So basically, I sell stuff through Big Cartel, and then I was like, there's got to be a better way to print addresses. And I was like cutting out the invoice sheet and cutting out the address, putting it on envelopes. It was taking forever. So I was like, there's got to be a better way. So you get the CSV file, right? And I was like, well, how do I get the CSV file into a spreadsheet if I don't have like Excel? And then I was like, oh, duh, like let's check out Google. So Google Sheets and then Google Docs. So I figured it out, but I couldn't get it to print on the damn, print correctly on the stickers. And then I realized my printer settings, it was like shrinking everything by 4%. And I wasted like 10 sheets of that stuff. So it's like 300 address stamps that I fucking lost. Don't be calling me. I'm in the middle of the stream right now. All right, cool. Grim Thorn, hey Terry, what are you listening to these days? I can tell you, I was just listening to an old, like 2016 Suicide Boys album, blasting it in the studio. Like them or not, I don't know. I was feeling it earlier. Ramen, yeah, DM, that'd be sweet, thank you. All right, I think I gotta end the this thing before some people get bored. The people who had sent their money in. So this is for the raffle, okay? I'll get back to the questions in a second. This is for the raffle. We are raffling off the Stream, the Elgato 4K Link, and the HD60S. You're gonna need to get a USB-C cable for that HD60S. I shoved that in there right now. Or maybe I can find it for you. But I need to get this stuff out. So right now there's 20 people who have donated money. Anyone else who wants to join the raffle, put your name down now. I'm gonna wait 2 minutes, or I'm gonna wait until 12 or 11:50 a.m. You hear that? And then I'm gonna have a trunk just honk really loud like that. So yeah, just switch the microphone there so I sound better. And we're gonna do this real quick, like that's both microphones. How's that sound? Weird, right? How do you enter? Grim Thorn, can I enter? All of you guys can enter. You just have to hit that super chat. You gotta hit that super chat with, super chat is an entry and I'll put you on the list. You have until 12 to get your name in there. I mean, 11:50, that's 4 minutes, 4 minutes. we're gonna have that truck sound go off as soon as this raffle time limit's up. We have 4 minutes. I'm just gonna keep on. This feels like a game show. I feel like a cam girl. I haven't really seen any like those cam girl things, but I'm about to start selling my body soon. If I can't find any more income or work. Donations if you would like to see a quick glimpse of me shaving my calf. Yes, super chat. You got to do it in the super chat. Do 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 do. Boop boop boo doo boo. Boom, Grim Thorn, you're in. You can enter as many times as you want, by the way. You can enter 1,000,000 times right now if you'd like. We are entering this raffle. Grim Thorn, I'm putting your name down. You're number 21. Grim Thorn. Grim Thorn, Grim Thorn. Haven't seen those cam girls either, huh? Only fans in the chats. Oh yeah, that's some fucking. I was reading some shit about some dudes doing OnlyFans stuff, like selling basically prostitution. Interesting stuff. Yeah, the streaming, all the people on Twitch have it figured out too. Like, I think some of them used to play video games. Now they just sit there. I guess they do what I'm doing right now. Just fucking ramble on. Except for they look cute. Probably nice to look at. All you guys get to see is a purple BMX bike. All right, we're almost done. We got 2 minutes till the thing is done. 2 minutes, that's 2 minutes to win these. We are sending these out to a lucky wiener. Hopefully it's you. Hopefully you win. I hope you win. Are you gonna win? This is some good stuff. These things work great. Good way to get into streaming. Good way to become a cam girl or cam boy. Whatever you need. Whatever you want to do. We got 2 minutes left. 2 minutes to hit that super chat. 2 minutes. We got this long list of people. 21 people entered so far. 21 people. We got Michael Kelly, SMH, Raul, Dan, Nick, Ramus, Number of Notches, Drift King, Monotraumatic, Henry, Yetismon, Lark, Swish Buckets, Nick. I'm having a hard time reading this. Oh, it's right here in front of me. Josh, Dan, Juan, Peter, Nick, Fode, and Grim. And we just got Sean Callahan with the 99.99. Yo, if Sean wins with less than a pound or less than €1, you guys are, I'm gonna be upset. I'm just kidding, Sean. Thank you for the donation. I hope, good luck to everybody. We have a couple more seconds left before I stop. Sean O. Calla. Ghan. All right, you're in there. Number 22, Sean. Almost done. I know a dude who's buying pics from OnlyFans and then catfishing dudes on Tinder for money. Oh my God, that's dirty. All right, that's it, time's up. Any donation from now on out is not being entered into the chat, into the raffle, but I'll still take the donation, so thank you kindly. What we're gonna do is, let's see. We're gonna switch this over to, let me minimize this, to random number generator. Let's go to random.org this time. So one to, how many do we have here? Let me put this up. We have 22. Now, I don't think I should change this right now. Let's just do it right here. So, remember your number. See your name and number. You see it? All right. Check your numbers. You see them there on the list there? Okay, good. We're going to go here. We're going to turn this on so you can see my face. We're going to do 1 to 22. Good luck, everybody. Good luck, everybody. I know, I need to find a better number generator. Good luck to everybody. Here we go. Generate now. Number 4. Who's number 4? Who is it? Who is it? Dan Milberg is the winner. Dan Milberg, congratulations. Dan Milberg, you just won. And guess what you just won? Dan Milberg just won these items here. Dan, you just won these items. Dan, you're the winner. Dan, I need your address. Dan, send me your address, Dan. You win. You win. Thank you to everyone else who joined and entered. I'm sorry. Number of notches. Thank you for the weekend beer. Dude, I'm telling you, when we see each other, we are gonna have to drink a lot of beers because you've been donating a lot of that stuff. A lot of those beer monies. I appreciate it. Carly S., thank you for the $2. I wish you would have dropped in a little note for me. Milberg fucking won this, dude. Fucking Milberg. Is he even here? Dan, if you're not here, I'm gonna have to, we're gonna have to do another raffle and everyone's... Dan, you better speak up. Dan left. Dan the man. I'm gonna hold on to this stream stuff until Dan says something. It ain't going nowhere. Oh my God. Come on, Dan, where are you? I gotta put on a hoodie, I'm cold. Hold on real quick. We're still waiting for Dan. Please, Dan. Dan, please. Please, Dan. Fucking Dan. God damn it. It's all good, dude. Dan is here. He's part of the family. He's not a channel member, but he's definitely part of the family. He drops in every day and says what's up. He's here. We know Dan. So that's it. That's the raffle. This is the stream stuff. This is me in a hoodie now. It was cold. All right. Dan is not here right now, so we'll make sure Dan wins it later. I'll get him. He'll know. What else? We got a couple questions here in the chat, and then I'm gonna get out of here because Jason just texted me. Oh, he said he'll be here in 20. Wow. Okay. All right. So what do we got in the chat? Let's see. Dan won. Dan's the winner, everybody. Fucking Milberg. It would have been funny if it said Tilburg. Congrats. Dan the man. Here we go. Nicholas Chow, what grips do you use on your Low Pro? Those are ODIs. Yep, just regular old ODIs. Okay, hopefully that cleared up any confusion for you on the grips. Late to the raffle. That's all right, Carly. I'm sorry. I appreciate the donation, though. I'm sorry you're late, man. It's good to see you here. I like to say your name. Huguchi. I always fuck that up. Omicron, you really think these raffles are the highlights? We gotta do another one. I would hate the day when I have to raffle off the remainder of these hotline stickers. That would be terrible. By the way, I just ordered a shitload of hotline stickers. The problem with it is, here's the problem. The problem is, because of COVID, I got an email back from the manufacturer, and they said that their silkscreen presses are not in operation right now. And they normally already take 4 to 6 weeks as it is to get to me by the time I order. So it's going to take that much longer once they open up. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. But for now, there are no more hotline stickers left, unless I find a hidden stack somewhere, which I think I do have a stack hidden somewhere. I just need to find them. So. Yeah, and then I want to say something about, where did it go? Ramen Riders was saying everyone is so nice here, and I agree. Everyone is, for the most part, really polite in the chat, so thank you guys for keeping it so chill in here. I've been to streams where it's nasty in there, so I'm glad that, some positive people have been coming, because it can get nasty in the live streams. May I win the replay? Number of notches in a taxi right now watching. Hell yeah. Is that a beer mug on the bar ends? Yes, it is a beer mug on the bar ends. Those are Ben Cycle's Milwaukee Cycle bar ends, and I've had them for years and years and years. I don't know if they're still available. They're really old. Ogushi. It's so much easier. Ogushi. I like it. Azumi chain raffle? No, I don't have it. Yo, Fod, thank you for joining. I'm getting out of here as well. Good morning, Boris. I fixed the printer. I got it figured out. It just took me forever. Welcome to the chat, Canada. Bottom Shelf Billy. Thanks for joining. But we are ending the stream here. So, what should I end it on? Should we end it on a video? Let's end it on, I have a video to end it on. We're gonna end this on a video. And the reason why we're gonna end it on this video is because tomorrow, special guest Eric Otto in the chat tomorrow. Tomorrow's stream starts at 11 p.m. or 11 a.m., not 10 a.m. We're giving him an extra hour to get to the studio. 10 a.m. is too early for him, he says. So make sure we give him some shit in the chat about it being too late in the day. And let's just end it there. Thank you guys for joining. Be safe, be well. It's raining today. I'm not riding my bike, but I'm doing my best to keep sane and keep it pushing forward. So I appreciate you guys joining these chats every day. Dan Milborg, congratulations to you on winning. Everyone else, thank you for joining and participating in the raffle. Let me know if you have any ideas, if there's anything else you'd like to raffle. I almost raffled off a Rilo, but I realized the lens was scratched and I didn't want to send something that was like fucked up. So I'm probably gonna just toss that. But if you guys want it, maybe I'll throw it in there. Whatever. Anyways, be safe, be well. Check out this video by Eric from Eric Auto. You might have seen it before.
Bumps? Nope.